and blessings. I'm Pastor Vaughn, and here's the news for Sunday, July 12th. Last week, Public Health Madison and Dane County issued Emergency Order Number 8, which goes into effect tomorrow. This order requires people in the county to wear masks in most public settings. Previous emergency orders already required cloth face coverings to be worn in our building. This new order will require anyone speaking from the pulpit to wear a mask. How will that affect the sound of our live prayer and our sermon? Tune in next week to find out. And now a live streaming update. We are in the process of installing the hardware and software required to carry a live video feed of our service on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. We're not quite there yet, but once we are ready to live stream, our order of service will return to something more normal. Our prayer emphasis this month is Paul and Christine Piarki, missionaries to Ukraine, and Hillcrest Children's Home. Hillcrest Children's Home, an Assemblies of God ministry located in Hot Springs, Arkansas, was founded in 1944 in obedience to the scriptural mandate to care for orphans found in James chapter 1, verse 27. Gladys Hinson founded Hillcrest Children's Home because she was inspired by Lillian Trasher, a missionary who opened an orphanage in Egypt. Hinson wanted to open an orphanage in China, but World War II interfered with that vision. Struggling with the burden she had for the abandoned children in China, Hinson turned to God. She was moved by a line from a parable in Luke chapter 19, verse 13, where the nobleman told his servants to occupy till I come, or to work with what he gave them in his absence. She came to realize that she should be as concerned about the orphans in her own country as she was for those in China. Hinson went to the leaders of the Assemblies of God with only a dime in her pocket, with the idea of opening a national home to provide for the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs of orphans, and Hillcrest Children's Home opened in 1944. Today, Hillcrest cares for up to 50 abused, neglected, and otherwise vulnerable children and youth. You support Hillcrest Children's Home with your generous Kingdom Builders giving. Our other missionaries to Ukraine, Wendy and Jeremy Osborne, have this update.
Hi, we're the Osbornes, your missionaries to Odessa, Ukraine. We see God giving us a vision for opening an international church in Odessa, a city of about 1 million people with many internationals. We'll launch that by starting a multicultural center, which will help meet some of the educational needs of the international students, as well as beginning active discipleship and the Alpha course as well.
We are so excited about what God did our first term and what He will do in the second term, and we are so grateful for your partnership. Thank you very much for your role in reaching Ukraine.
Thank you.
The Osbornes have raised 83% of the funding they need to return to Ukraine this fall. And now, a word about rubber ducks.
Hey guys and girls, here I am. I am at the Red Mill here in Waupaca, Wisconsin, and right behind me is the covered bridge that goes over the river here at the Red Mill. And I'm here because I want to tell you about our BGMC Duck Derby. The Duck Derby is a derby where we're going to raise some money for BGMC and Convoy of Hope. Convoy of Hope is hoping to raise $500,000 to have 10 million meals to help moms and dads and boys and girls all over the country and all over the world who are suffering through this COVID-19. During this time, we're going to raise money by adopting a duck. And we're going to race this duck down the river on August 3rd. What we're also going to do is we're going to take half of the proceeds from our Duck Derby and we're going to split it amongst Assembly Park and Spencer Lake so that they can upkeep their buildings so that we can have camp again this next summer. So if you go to the WNMDkids.org website, look up the Duck Derby, you can find out all about it and you can adopt a duck right there and get in the race.
And that's all for this week's edition of Harvest News. From the Reaching, Teaching, Caring, and Sharing News Desk, this is Pastor Vaughn inviting you to join us on the journey to becoming the church Jesus wants us to be. River Valley Worship is next.